when it comes to the internet infrastructure in this country, it's something to pay attention to. Now, one thing they've been talking about here recently is the 5G. I've talked about in detail about this 5G, the workings of it, the effects on the body. And this is something that is being rolled out widespread across the country per this government and what they're planning to do. But when looking at the other infrastructure across the country and what could happen, a lot could happen. The 5G is one thing, but when you have communication cables that are ran across oceans and ocean floors, and then across the east coast of the United States, you have to realize a majority of our internet cabling is made of copper wires. When Sandy came through, it decimated the area around NYC, and they had lost the internet up there for some time. I believe it was Irma came through down south, left Miami without internet in other areas around it for weeks. Water and the copper and all that do not mix. And what they're stating now is that a lot of these areas, some of the main hubs, are built on copper wiring, and they run along the east coast of the United States. And they say that within 15 years, they expect many of these locations to be underwater. That is 15 years from right now. They're talking about this happening. Now, of course, we're going to have to see if it holds up to the test of time here, if all this comes true within the next 15 years and where this all goes. But one thing's for sure, the infrastructure in this country has been crumbling. It doesn't seem like any of our tax dollars, any plans, anything is going towards saving it. What about that old bridge you see all the time that's crumbling and no one's fixing? Or this and that in your neighborhood that needs repaired or fixed, that is never getting it? If they never get fixed and no one has a plan to do so, it tells me their eye is somewhere else. And if they're not paying attention to the infrastructure of this country and they're turning a cheek to it, then it's almost like they expect it to be degraded. Do you understand what I'm saying? Too many people out here in La La Land looking for entertainment and not looking for real news and things that can affect them in their lives on the daily. So people, I could care less about internet. But that's how you're getting your information, right? That's how almost every single business out there is communicating globally. Just another thing to add to the list here in this country. And you might want to tie this into a survival plan, especially one beyond a decade. Now, it's interesting. The year that they target, 2030. Again and again and again, this keeps popping up. It's been Dabu 7.